Hi, in this video we're going to look at the area of composite shapes involving circles. Specifically in this video we're going to look at the area of something called an annulus, not a word you want to mispronounce. An annulus is basically where you remove a circle from the centre of another circle to leave this kind of ring kind of shape. So an annulus is just a ring. Right, so we want to calculate the shaded area. Now, often to find the area of more complicated shapes, the strategy is to think, how would you make it out of paper? So if I wanted to make this ring of paper, what would you do? Well, you would start with a big circle like that, and you'd cut out of the middle of it a smaller circle, right? And when you cut out the circle out the small of it, you subtract the area in the middle. So it's going to be the area of the outer circle, subtract the area of the smaller circle inside to leave the shaded area. Now, let's remind ourselves how we find the area of a full circle. If you have a radius r, remember radius is the distance from the centre of the circle to the edge of the circle, then the area is equal to pi multiplied by the radius squared. Remember in algebra, when you have things next to each other, it means you multiply them together. So it's the pi times by the radius squared. So the area of this annulus is going to be the area of the outer circle. So let's do that first. Well, what's the radius of this outer circle? Well, from the center to the edge, you can see it's the 7 plus the 6, which is 13, isn't it? So it's going to be pi multiplied by 13 squared. We've just used this formula here. It's pi times the radius squared, pi times the radius of 13 squared. And then, as we said, we're going to subtract from it the area of the circle inside. The radius of this circle inside is 7, so we're subtracting pi times 7 squared like that. Now we want the answer as a decimal, so we can just put this in our calculator. You use shift possibly to get the pi on your calculator. And that gives you 120 pi. If you press appropriate key to convert into a decimal, you get 376.99 meters squared. It wants the answer to one decimal place, so that's actually going to be 377.0 meters squared, and that is the final answer.